Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Erling Carranza. I would like to thank everyone for being here today and listening to all of our presentations. Today I'm going to tell you what I did during my internship at Coffeyville Works. Before we get started, I would like to give you an overview of the main points I will be addressing. First, I will give you a little bit of background on myself and Coffeyville Works, and then I will move on to the 3 major projects that I worked on. I will also tell you the skills that I learned while working at John Deere. Finally, I will address any questions that you may have at the end. Like I previously stated, my name is Erling Carranza. I was born in Homestead, Florida, but my hometown is right here in Moline, Illinois. My parents and I moved here when I was only 2 months old, so growing up in Moline, you really become familiar with John Deere. This fall, I will be a senior at Northern Illinois University, where I'm majoring in accountancy. I am a member of ALPHA, which stands for Association of Latino Professionals in Finance and Accounting. I will be graduating this May of 2013 with my bachelor's degree. During my free time, I like visiting museums that expand my cultural horizons. I also love to watch my siblings play soccer. I used to play soccer myself up until my junior year in high school when I tore my ACL. I haven't played since. I had the opportunity to do my first John Deere internship at Coffeyville, Kansas. This is the information that I gathered in preparation for my internship, which was very helpful when I arrived. Coffeyville Works is located in Coffeyville, Kansas, which is the southeastern portion of Kansas, located near the Oklahoma border, as you can tell from the map. John Deere Coffeyville Works is a part of John Deere Power Systems Division. Coffeyville Works is in charge of designing power shift transmissions, pump drives, planetaries, transaxles, and axles. It also manufactures transmissions, pump drives, and planetaries, while Mexico is in charge of manufacturing the axles. This is just to give you an idea of where the Coffeyville products go into. Our DF500 transmission goes into the 9000 series tractor, our DF230 transmission goes into the graders, and our DF180 transmission goes into the log skidders. Some of the axles that we design go into the loaders. A portion of the pump drives we manufacture go into the cotton pickers. And the Merit transmission axle that we designed went into the 6000 series utility tractor. Now that you know a little bit about myself and Coffeyville Works, I'm going to move on to the 3 major projects that I worked on. The first project that I worked on was the fixed asset audit. The main objective of the fixed asset audit was to physically verify that we still had all the assets and to ensure that our fixed asset listing and our balance sheet is accurate. The fixed asset audit is conducted annually. I selected the audit sample by opening the master asset list and selecting a third of those assets from each department. Over the course of 3 years, each asset in each department will be physically verified. During the project, I documented located assets, completed progress meetings with my supervisor, and followed up on any open items. The majority of the open items dealt with me asking stakeholders if they had found any of the missing assets or if they needed any additional information from me in order for them to find it. I completed the fixed asset audit with 97% of the assets located. When I began, I started a list with 460 assets to locate. I was able to locate 446 of them. I had a remaining 14 open items. Some of those will be disposed and some of those required further investigation. And that's me with my personal protective equipment next to an asset that I found. Very happy. The second project that I worked on was a non-product inventory analysis. The main objective was to review the non-product inventory for categorization and documentation. The SAP, and I grabbed the non-product inventory report from SAP and exported it into Excel for myself to analyze and categorize. I grouped all inventory items that were similar. So for example, all the drills were grouped together in drills and all the wrenches were grouped together and named wrenches in order to make the first category. And then I set up meetings with the maintenance manager so he could help me further analyze and categorize the non-product inventory report. So together we put the inventory into groups like assembly tools and production tools. During the project, I completed progress meetings with my supervisor, and this resulted in the non-product inventory categories being documented to ensure consistency and aid in transition training for the maintenance manager. The third project that I worked on was the inbound freight analysis. And the main objective of this project was to complete a breakdown of the inbound freight charges by source for the fiscal year 2011 to year-to-date June 2012. I compiled freight data by source in Excel and from accounting files, and I created stacked bar graphs to analyze the trends in the data, and I reviewed those results with my supervisor. The report that I created will enable the accounting department to better analyze freight charges by source and to track inbound spending trends. Working on these three projects has been rewarding as an intern because I know these projects will contribute to the company's overall success and have provided me with various learning experiences. The learning experiences that I have obtained have far exceeded any expectations that I have. I'm going to share with you the skills that I've learned which make for an ideal John Deere employee. Some of the skills that I learned were time management, communication, flexibility, Excel, and teamwork. Time management is essential when trying to meet multiple deadlines. Working on various projects at the same time enhanced my time management skills because I needed to make sure I was managing my time and planning accordingly in order to meet those deadlines. Communication was key in completing my project because I needed different things from different John Deere employees to complete my projects in a timely manner. I needed to clearly communicate with them what I needed, why I needed it, and when I needed it. Interning at John Deere has taught me to be flexible and adaptable to any situation. There was many times where I ran into obstacles with my projects, and being flexible and adaptable really helped me in overcoming these obstacles. During my internship at John Deere, I learned that Microsoft Excel is truly the accountant's best friend. I was able to enhance my proficiency in Microsoft Excel by taking an advanced Excel class at John Deere Coffeyville Works. The advanced Excel class taught me functions, conditional formatting, and macros. I was able to take these newly acquired skills and apply them to spreadsheets that I created and worked on. As a wise person once said, teamwork makes the dream work. I had to work with many peers in order to complete my projects, and teamwork is essential in order to achieve greatness. Speaking of teamwork, I had the opportunity to go to the Helmslar Challenge course, which was the highlight of my summer. The Helmslar Challenge course is a ropes course used by organizations to enhance their team building skills. It is located an hour and a half away from Coffeyville Works. It was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I got to go with members from Coffeyville Works from different functional areas. This Helmslar Challenge course, ropes course, is the largest ropes course in the world, and it really put our team building skills to the test. I was able to build relationships from different members of functional areas such as engineering and human resources. The biggest challenge at the Helmslar Challenge course, there was a 60-foot pole that you had to climb up on and stand on. There was a trapeze bar, I would say about 10 feet away from you, and once you stood on it, you had to jump and try to grab the trapeze bar. I valued my life, so I didn't challenge myself to do this. But other things that we did together were zip lining and rock climbing. I had an amazing time even though I was scared to death the entire time. I would like to give a special thanks to Chris Amick, our controller, Brian Richardson, my supervisor, Alyssa Young, and the rest of John Deere Coffeyville Works department because they really helped me with my internship, and they helped me answer any questions that I had, and with their mentoring and guidance I was able to learn and grow as an employee. Working with Deere this summer, I had the privilege to experience firsthand their John Deere's values of integrity, quality, commitment, and innovation. These new and wide-ranging experiences will help me in my future and will have a lasting and memorable impact on my professional development. I am really happy that I got to be part of the John Deere team. With that, I would like to open the floor with any questions you may have.